Hello, everyone. This is part of a series covering all the German driving license theory questions, with explanations. I've created a playlist so you can easily find any video you missed, subscribe so you don't miss any of them, and let's go. All right, here's our first question. You want to overtake. Why should you not do so? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, the bend in the road. Option B, the state of the road surface. Option C, the oncoming traffic. Pause the video now if you need more time to think. When you're ready, hit play and let's see the answers. The correct answers are A and C. Let's understand why. A bend hides what lies ahead, making it impossible to judge if the road is clear. Oncoming traffic directly threatens a head-on collision during overtaking. Poor road surface alone does not prevent overtaking. It just requires more care. Never overtake when you cannot see far enough ahead to complete the maneuver safely. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's jump right in with the next question. You were in a bad mood prior to commencing your journey. What consequences should you avoid when driving? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, distraction. Option B, aggressiveness. Option C, caution. Go ahead and pause the video to think about your answer. Resume when you're ready. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. A bad mood reduces concentration and patience, making distraction and aggression real hazards. You may miss dangers or react angrily to other road users. Caution is always correct and never something to avoid. It protects everyone on the road. Tip: if you feel irritable before a journey, pause and take a few deep breaths before you start the engine. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here comes the next one. Which is the stamp of a responsible driver? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, he avoids driving when tired. Option B, he anticipates the mistakes of other road users. Option C, he is assertive towards other road traffic. Pause the video here and take your time. When you've made your choice, hit play. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. A responsible driver anticipates the mistakes of others and avoids driving when tired. These habits reduce risk even when you cannot control what others do. Being assertive toward traffic creates pressure and conflict, which increases danger rather than reducing it. Always expect the unexpected, and never drive when your concentration is low. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, next question. What emotions can influence driving behavior? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, worry and sorrow. Option B, happiness and exuberance. Option C, anger and rage. If you need a moment, pause the video now. Ready? Let's reveal the answers. All three are correct. A, B, and C. Let's understand why. All three emotions, worry, sorrow, anger, and happiness, can affect your concentration, reaction time, and judgment behind the wheel. There are no wrong answers here. Any strong emotion, positive or negative, is a driving risk. Remember, if you feel emotionally unsettled, take a moment before you drive. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's move on. What indications mean you should interrupt your journey? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, yawning frequently. Option B, difficulty staying in lane. Option C, difficulty keeping your eyes open. Take your time, pause the video and think it through. Hit play when you're ready. All three are correct. A, B, and C. Let's understand why. All three are correct. Lane drifting, frequent yawning, and heavy eyelids are all classic signs of dangerous fatigue at the wheel. When your body shows any of these warning signs, you must stop and rest immediately. Remember, if in doubt, pull out, find a safe spot, and take a break. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here's the next one for you. Your passenger wants to discuss something with you during the journey. What should you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, my driving. Option B, the discussion. Now think about which of these two options is correct. Pause here if you want to think about it. Once you've decided, let's continue. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. While driving, your full attention must stay on the road and traffic. That is what keeps you and others safe. Engaging deeply in a passenger conversation distracts your mind from hazards, reaction times, and split-second decisions. The rule is simple. Your eyes and mind belong to the road, not the chat. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's tackle this one. During the journey, your passenger informs you that you are repeatedly tailgating. What should you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I maintain a greater distance. Option B, I ignore the passenger's comments. Option C, I take the passenger's comments seriously. Now is a good time to pause and think. When you've got your answer, hit play. The correct answers are A and C. Let's understand why. Passengers can spot tailgating from outside your direct view, so taking their feedback seriously and increasing your gap is the right response. Ignoring a safety warning is never acceptable. It puts everyone at risk. Always keep at least a 2-second gap and treat passenger alerts as a second pair of eyes. All right, let's move on to the next question. Ready? Here's the next question. At a red light in a built-up area, another driver apparently wants to provoke you into a street race. What should you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I get out and confront the driver. Option B, I accept the challenge but without exceeding 50 kilometers per hour. Option C, I totally ignore this behavior. Feel free to pause the video and think about this one. Resume when you're ready. The correct answer is C. Let's understand why. Street racing is never acceptable, and the golden rule here is simple. Don't engage. Accepting the challenge, even if you think you can stay under 50 kilometers per hour, turns a provocative situation into an illegal and dangerous one, and getting out to confront the driver just escalates things further. The only sensible response is to completely ignore the other driver, stay calm, and wait for the light to change safely. Remember this, a red light is not a starting line. All right, let's move on to the next question. Moving right along, what frequently causes young people to have disco accidents? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, a lack of experience driving after dark. Option B, little experience with fully occupied vehicles. Option C, a distraction caused by passengers. Pause the video and take a moment to decide. When you're ready, let's move on. All three are correct. A, B, and C, let's understand why. Disco accidents happen because young drivers combine several risk factors at once. Limited experience driving at night, distraction from excited passengers, and little practice with a full car affecting handling. All three answers are correct. Remember, every extra passenger raises your risk. Stay calm and focused, especially on night drives. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's see what we've got next. At a red light in a built-up area, another driver apparently wants to provoke you into a street race. What should you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I get out and confront the driver. Option B, I totally ignore this behavior. Option C, I accept the challenge but without exceeding 50 kilometers per hour. Hit pause now if you want to think. When you've got your answer, let's see if you're right. The correct answer is B. Let's understand why. Ignoring the provocation keeps you and others safe. Street racing is illegal and extremely dangerous. Accepting the challenge risks lives and a criminal charge, while confronting the driver escalates conflict with no benefit. Golden rule: a red light is not a starting line. And that wraps up our road and weather conditions quiz. How did everyone do? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Check out my driving course at drivewithranjit.com courses.